Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's quarterfinal match between the Rejects and Midnight Snacks. It is a playoff match today with the winner going on to face Chewy Force. So it's win or go home. Though, to be fair, most of these players are already playing from their homes, but that's not the point. I'm Pesto, and with me are Pi and Pattersley. Would you two like to introduce yourselves?
I'm Pi. Let's see, number 3, the Rejects on red, and number 6, Midnight Snacks on blue. Going to be Jecta's team versus Food Sports team. Winner of this match faced number 2, Chewy Force, in the semifinal. The other semifinal already determined, with number 1, Good Vibes, going up against number 4, Boys Locker. Yeah, Boys Locker.
Yeah. And Pattersley, would you like to say anything?
Yeah, hi guys. Sorry, I was just typing out the limits for today. Limits are pretty standard for 12v12. 1 Assassin, Archer, NG, Mage, Necro, Pyro, Scout, 2 Chemist, Elf, Medic, and 3 Heavy Ninja, Soldier. So it should be interesting to see how we go today. Yeah, a lot of pressure on the match, last quarterfinal going into the semis.
Yeah. So I was talking to Food Court, the leader of the Midnight Snacks, earlier, and he stated that his team is pretty confident despite being ranked 6th and being with a record of 1-4. He said that they just have never been able to get their strongest roster, but thinks that today they have their strongest team with them. Sadly, Rejected was busy, and I wasn't able to get anything from him, but I'm sure his team is also confident for today.
It's funny you should say that about the strongest roster, because actually Midnight Stacks are actually waiting for Grizz 2008 to show up to the match.
Yeah, it's...
Because actually they're not starting with the strongest roster.
Yeah, definitely not. But they were hoping to start with the strongest roster at least.
Yeah, I guess that does lead into predictions. Any ideas for what you guys are thinking as Rain gets a steal here?
0 stakes though, and going up the tunnel. Going to be met by Ricos, and kill Ricos, and going to go down to the Assassin. Big Assassin. Hard without a flag though. On the other side, going to get a push coming in here, but Mike's going to shut it down.
Mike,
So yeah,
your offense.
yeah, I guess that leads us back to predictions as well. Any ideas?
Sorry. I think something worth noting is that although the Midnight Snacks are like 1-4, all those matches have come down to a game 3, and so I believe they just gotten really unlucky. In fact, I asked Food Court about it, and he said that fatigue and the long matches have sort of deteriorated their performances. Today we have very fine people on both sides, but when comparing the rosters and judging by both teams' performances, 93 gets a steal here, my bad. It goes down to Rejected teams. But anyways, as I was saying, I think we will have a close match today, and I think that the Midnight Stacks will start strong here on VOR, but I think at the end the Rejects will pull out with a victory. So that's what I believe.
Yeah, I think I would agree with that. I think that the Rejects have just had the better run into this match, but I do like the Midnight Stacks' chances here. I think they could pull it off, and should be a really interesting game for this last quarterfinal.
Yeah. Why, did you have any predictions?
It is interesting, as in sadly noted in chat, the Archer duel between Pepe and Winter. Pepe just killed Winter, tying up the series at 2-2 so far.
Yeah. Both very good archers, as there's a push here from Midnight Snacks. Rain gets the flag as heavy. Has the medic with him and the chemist with support, but gets frenzied by Rejected.
Power does go down, but nobody there to capitalize.
Does look like Mario is out as chemist going into the cave at the moment. Oh, he takes the vines instead. Interesting routing. He's going to have to try to get across the river without getting taken down by Slurp, but gets taken down by the bulk defense in Logic, which is an interesting position for him to be playing, normally an offensive main, formerly known as the Dashing Dragon. So, yeah, unlucky there. Recoves or satisfy with a quick ninja steal, I believe, but does go down to the Pyro, and we reset.
Well, I saw them before the game. Food Court said told Lodge to play bulk until 2008 comes. So I think 2008 would be a normal bulk.
Seeing another pusher from the Midnight Snacks. This map is very bulk heavy, and it relies on how well your bulk can play. So not really surprising to see Midnight Snacks playing with 2 chemists and 1 heavy. Expectation gets the flag, but goes down here from the 2 heavies. So is Rain as he gets cornered.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of bulk fights.
Sure.
As far as who has the better bulk PvP, not sure.
Yeah, I was just thinking that both teams have quite similar lineups, in my opinion. Their defenses are pretty similar. I think we've got the 2 solid ninjas in Slurp versus Recovs, the 2 assassins in The Name is Sam versus Pig 3. So yeah, it should be interesting to see. Like Mike is Pyro versus Rejected. They're both pretty even, I think. So
yeah,
should be cool.
Mario gets out here with Spark blocking, body blocking Keeler and the other heavy here. Slurp tries to slow him down. Mario is in the water right now with Sparta though and the medic, and it seems like he's getting the restore right now.
He was down on 8 hearts, and that's the assassin coming through. Spartan picks it up though, and Pyro's gonna frenzy, and the Pyro comes through. That's a good play by Blue there. Sometimes, usually when you're out through that tunnel, you're out, and it's hard to stop you.
I'm not sure. I mean, tunnel is kind of like, yeah, I guess that's true. But at the same time, it's kind of like a chokehold, like a choke point. Like you can get stopped easily from someone coming from the water or coming from like one of the staircases. 93 gets the flag here as Chemist, but he's getting stopped by Rejected the Pyro. Rain is there to block him away, but 93 is still
frenzy, and 93 is going to be out, getting pulled back by Ricos and getting it down.
Epsilon gets the flag, goes down. So far, both defenses folding off quite well, it seems. Both offenses have gotten their pushes, but both defenses have been able to contain them.
Yeah, I think that that assassinate in Pyro when we were out at mid for the rejects was probably the closest we've come to coming to a capture. So it should be interesting to see how these guys push for more. Otherwise, we will have to go into overtime. And yeah, hopefully we get a capture soon.
Yeah. It seems like, by the way, that actually, never mind. My bad. It does seem like Midnight Snacks got their 12th player, but I'm not sure who it is exactly.
No, they do have 12, and they have had 12, but it's just they would prefer Grizz beat 12 than somebody would have to step out.
Yeah. Push here coming from 93 and Rain. They're trying to get past Mr. Mad. Now they're gonna have to get past Rejected Pyro. Frenzy comes on, and Rain is dealt with by Rejected. Rejection comes from behind, and he's going to get the flag.
With the medic. If medic can get the hit, I don't think medic got the hit. Medic getting the hit. He got the restore. Not going out. But getting pushed back a lot. He's getting knocked back into the flag and goes down.
Yeah.
Unfortunate, because that was a good push.
Yeah, they did a good job of holding him back there. The Name is Sam also holding his assassinate just to worry him out of running too hard. So, yeah, nice play from the defense just to corral him into that corner and make sure that he doesn't get any further.
Epsilon gets the flag, goes down to border the medic. 93 comes in alone as Chemist. Trying to get to the flag, but rejected Mystic Man and Daphne are trying to prevent him. Gets the flag eventually, but gets frenzied right away. As he was already pretty low. Midnight Snack's offense right now seems a bit uncoordinated, but I think they're getting back together now. They're forming another push. Not sure where their soldier is though.
Yeah, it's definitely a hard map to coordinate on if you don't all go the same route. And if everyone's not talking, then definitely difficult. But we do see a nice push in here for the rejects. At least 3 people in. Haven't actually gone into the flag room yet, just waiting. But looks like it might fizzle out here. They are all getting held up by box. But Epison does go in, allowing participated for the soldier steal. No, doesn't pick it up. Manages to get it this time, but Mike frenzies him immediately. Yeah, nice staggering from the Midnight Stacks to make sure that they couldn't all get into the flag room together. But yeah, it just leaves Moist Mayonnaise in the flag, takes down the pyro, but no one here to capitalize.
Yeah.
Yeah, that participated steal was the only real good push that we saw that actually was able to get out somewhat. Both teams doing a very good job out in defense.
The Rejects are forming another push here as Mario is about to go on a soldier. It seems like Sparta's going in. Mario gets the flag. He's cutting out clean as the rest of the defense is distracted. Healer tries pushing him away, but Mario gets out nonetheless. He's going
soldier. He's going to go up, which is good because nobody's running a defensive soldier. Nobody can follow him.
Yeah, we're not sure what Pepe is at all.
The ninja.
So. He goes down though, and he dies to Slurp, the ninja.
Unfortunate. He just didn't have enough stake to survive.
Yeah, he didn't exactly have the support either, in general.
Chris is here, by the way.
Yeah, Chris is here, and they subbed out a Big Bird 404 for Chris, which I think is interesting. I would have liked to see Big Bird keep playing, but maybe just not the map for him.
I think they're going to put Logic up on offense now, and then Chris on defense. Big Bird's playing offense, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
So yeah, that was a good push from the rejects, but I did see Bloom have to take a 4v1 in a corner, which doesn't help when your medic is, getting railed in the corner and then you get the steal. You're not going to get the heal that way, so I think they might have to start protecting her a bit. It's very difficult to deal with bulks as well, especially when they're doing like 4 to 5 hearts a hit.
Expectation is in the flag room alone. It goes down to basically everyone on the defense. I think so far from Midnight Snack, seems like they start off well coordinated and as one group, but then eventually, once they get farther, they start to sort of stagger around, which is kind of typical, to be honest, on VOR because there's just so many routes you could take, and
that's what happens with the bulk. And Logic's out, and he escaped the frenzy, and he has 2 stakes. He's looking good here. The archer
watch his
get him.
headshots. The headshots are so close there.
Sport, what goes down to Mystic Man, the heavy.
6 feet in the air. That might have been flag poison.
Could have been flag poison. Yeah. The 2 chemists are starting to push it again, but
it's a good push. Never mind. No, it isn't.
yeah, yeah. It's looks like to play offense, to be honest, sometimes. Participate gets the flag here. It's going out through the tunnel, but is all alone, and does die here to Slurp.
Yeah. Again, just not enough health. They did boost him away from the frenzy, which is not that great, but
yeah,
still just not enough health.
Both ninjas on both teams, Recubs and Slurp, have both been performing really good today. VOR. Both getting the recoveries. 93 gets the flag. is going through the tunnel, has the medic behind him, but Mystic is in between them. He's trying to get through. The assassin behind him, he's gotta be careful. Rico's
Ninja
behind.
behind him.
He's still getting far though, and so far there's just one person to beat. Mystic Matt is kind of too far behind. I don't think she'll be able to get him, and this will be our first cap here, it seems. 93 with a cap, and Midnight Snacks on top.
Yeah, nice little push up there from Border as well, just to get that final restore to secure it. But I think nice play from Chak just to let Rikovs boost him a bit more forward, just get out of the damage range of the heavy and continue into the flag room. First cap.
And judging by this match that's gone, that might be the difference maker. It might be the only factor.
Yeah. But as you said, like, Midnight Snacks have started strong in each of their games, but a lot of them ended up losing in 3. So we'll see if they can keep this momentum forward, not just in this game, but like through the entire match.
Yeah, on Valley of Ruin in particular, just because of the way the map is, it's hard to create momentum and hard to keep momentum.
Yeah,
And actually, it's probably good for them that they're doing this match first, because if they did it like second or something like that, it would kill them momentum. He got the restore, so he was getting the medic there.
And the neck, bro.
And,
By the way,
he got web.
Troubling goes down.
Oh, he went down.
Logic gets
That
a
was-
steal, goes down to rejected.
Whoever's webs with us, those were very good webs. That was the offensive medic, that's a very bad web.
Warren gets the backup steal here. He's out clean, but the assassin right there, he's gotta be careful, and the pyro. And he might go down here, but he's going upwards as Chemist, which I think is interesting. Gets knocked up. Jactation also gets the flag.
Oh, he's passing to the ninja.
Passing
Big
to the
plays
ninja.
here. Big brain. Ninja not going anywhere.
Not going yet. I think he's realizing that. Interesting.
That's crazy. That's big balls. And at mid,
And Superstar gets the recover here.
gets the replay.
That was some interesting purling there.
Yeah, on the other side, Chak is all the way out and pretty much just going to walk this into flag for the second capture unless someone can steal. Moist gets there but gets frenzied immediately, and
I think
it's the second cap.
Midnight Snacks. And they're up 2-0 now. So, trying to expand their lead here. With less than 3.5 to go.
Yeah, I think that kind of just spoke to how important these solo ninjas are on defense. Rico's obviously moving up to go for that steal, and then, you know, the chemists being able to get in and get out. I have been watching a bit of Rico's and Slurp, and they've both been able to take out a chemist by themselves. So obviously a really important part of their defense that wasn't there at the time. So just a bit unfortunate timing there. Spot is out, but gets cornered by a bunch of bulk and goes down.
That's
I mean,
interesting that they're getting Soul and Chemist, because we're supposed to be playing pre-nerf.
Yeah.
That's it.
Logic gets out. All he has is heavy in front of him, but gets the support from the chemist. Trying to get the restore power right there. And he manages to get through though, but it's being sandwiched between the assassin and the heavy. Gets boosted ahead. He's going far side right now.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Major lag spike, but Logic gets through. And goes down though to Recovs. And
Luckily
again,
we didn't have a. Luckily, didn't cap, or else would have had a situation.
Yeah, someone hit the lag switch there.
yep. All 3 of us have probably know pretty well.
Yeah, true. The bedtime boys commentator stack here. We're all quite upset. No. Spot is out. He's in mid, just waiting to hopefully get some support, I guess. Guess probably gonna just get knocked around in here. Is gonna get a restore maybe? No, got knocked up. But Pepe
That's on the other side.
right across.
Medic is there, but the medic was down.
But it's going to get countered, and he should going to go down, as I would have expected.
Yeah,
Very interesting
unfortunate.
push there.
And an offense turned around to get him, which was good.
Yeah, that was an incredible knock across the water. Anyway, participated with a backup steal here. Is
Is
a
Ninja.
ninja maybe?
Trying to get a steal here before. Oh, he passes it to status by Rico's. And trying to get a last minute ninja cap so they can at least just cut the lead in half. Which is fair.
Even though that's not really how it works, because it's just there's no cap differential. It's just maps.
Oh
But-
yeah, that's true actually. There is that.
But anyway, 93 got the lead.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think. I
I don't
think
know,
going
it's
for
not my
these ninja caps is. Yeah, these ninja caps are going to be pretty hard against these two solid defense ninjas. I honestly haven't seen too many ninja caps get past Slurp, and Recovs obviously has an incredible game sense, and yeah, it will be interesting to see if any of those actually manage to get through with how on the ball both of these teams are.
So the Midnight Snacks take map 1, 2-0. So the Rejects gonna get their pick of map.
By the way, a bit interesting that they played a that Midnight Sacks played a neck row in this map, but it did seem to work as they win 2-0.
Who was the
Yeah,
Necro? Was it Raid?
Ooh, big tension on the Necro thing.
I wanted to ask the stream, who do you guys think so far is the player of the game? Who do you think was the MVP of VOR?
I'm not watching the stream.
Yeah, in the meantime, still waiting on the rejected map pick here. Any ideas on where they would go?
They did good last time on Castle Caverns and Park Life. I don't really expect them to pick either of those maps because both maps are not very popular maps, I'd say, with the community. Oh, my bad. It was the Rejects who had a Necro on their team, not the Midnight Snacks. They didn't really work out for them.
Yeah, so going with Park Life here, which is an interesting decision, I guess.
Oh, okay, never mind. I was wrong. They did Park Life. Yeah, they did win on Park Life last time, I think 2-0 against Boys Locker Room. So.
See, I do wonder what the tactic is that I guess Spa and Mario Double Chemist will help them in Park Life, especially. But it does kind of play quite similar to VRR, where everyone kind of cascades back into the flag room. There's a lot of bulk PvP aspect to it, and we'll probably only see one ninja again. So interesting to see how that plays out. Hopefully in the Rejects' favor, so we go into the third map. But you never know how this might go out.
Yeah.
Pat saying 93 for early MVP here. Actually, I just saw them who said it, but nobody else said anything.
Actually, it's a good point that Pepe's bringing up, asking if you should Archer on here. I don't personally believe that Archer is that viable on here. It's a lot of pretty easy avoiding on this map, if need be, especially if there's communication. So it'll be interesting to see where Pepe and Wintergreen both play, because traditionally pretty solid Archer mains that don't really switch off the class. So it'll be an interesting adaptation here. Pepe saying, "Put me on offense."
Just as you say, they don't really switch classes. Yeah, I was playing in a. I was playing with my DF teammates yesterday at DF versus PPM. I was playing with Winner, and I'm pretty sure she went Ninja on airlock. So maybe sometimes they do switch classes. You're an Archer main, right? And like you sometimes, you play Chemist sometimes. Maybe not an Archer main.
Yeah, no, there's no such thing as maining.
Yeah, you kind of get
Nah, it's good. It's good. It's good to be flexible. Good to be flexible and just play what you feel like on the day.
Unlike me, all I play is soldier offense. To be honest. Probably.
So yeah, it looks like we're just waiting on Midnight Snacks. Allegedly, supposedly. I think either team has made any subs. I think they've just been thinking about strategy.
Yeah.
But yeah, any other important matchups that we haven't really mentioned? I think we haven't really talked about the name of Sam versus Pig 3 or Love Hazel and Coco, which is a horrible IGN Pig 3, and I have that opinion. But yeah, I think they're both pretty much up to the task. I think Sammy has a different playstyle that I really like. Colors are switched at the moment. Unfortunate bug with the command as always, but we can live with it. These guys will be okay.
Rico's went for the straight ninja cap there, but wasn't able to get anything.
Yeah, worth noting that this tournament still being played under the previous update, not the new update, which fixes this as well as other things. Logic right now with the steal, he's having trouble getting out and getting it down to pirate.
Rain gets the flag, also having trouble getting out. Drops the flag wisely, I think. I'd say.
For a second there, I thought Food Court was going to go for the medic steal, but didn't happen. Anyway, sorry, what were you saying?
As you were saying actually, about like Pig 3 and the name Sam, I do think Pig 3 is one of the best assassins, or if not the best assassin right now. She's up there with Cameron, I'd say. But at the same time, the name of Sam is, I think, a fairly underrated assassin, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think we saw that recovery last week on Castle Cabins. Right as they began a stalemate, he came in and got an incredible assassinate. So he has got some really good plays up his sleeve, and I think a lot of people aren't used to how he plays assassin, which I really like with Sam. Sam's a good player. Love Sam.
Both are good players, really.
One thing that is interesting is that because of the underground flag, the defense here is going to be very bulk heavy, like Valley of Ruin. Kind of makes me question why Rejects picked this if they already lost on a bulk heavy map. Maybe they're just confident that that was a fluke or something.
They did win like on this map last week against BLR. So also, we were mentioning earlier how like the archers might switch off. Winter Green went Scout, which I think is interesting. I've never actually seen her play Scout. But I've never seen her play mini classes, so I can't say much.
Yeah, I think especially in like the official capacity, she normally always just sits on Archer, whereas I'm sure she messes around on casual, so it'll be interesting to see if she can hold up to the standards of an official in a different role. Anyway, both teams have steals here. I'm with Rain as a heavy, going out to the far side, going underneath to avoid any potential projectile catching up. It's going along the tunnel that leads to their spawn, so should probably get some heals here, and this might be the first cap actually. It's looking pretty solid for them. Sam did get caught out behind, and Rain just walks it in.
Still keeping that momentum, which is very good for the Midnight Snacks. It's something they've kind of struggled with.
Completely missed Rain, so he had to solo that. Oh well.
Yeah, Food Court useless medic offense, to be honest.
Spark goes down. Anticipated has the flag. Trying to get out. Does get out. Has the ninja with him though. Two ninjas actually. In the chemist. and he's gonna go down here, I'd say. But yeah, he goes down to the ninja collision that blue had. Midnight Snacks.
Yeah, so definitely a lot of pressure on the rejects to get some more caps here so that they can stay in the tournament. Yeah, don't know how they're going to do it, as in I don't have any strategy for them, but we'll see how we go.
Epic is playing Archer, so I'd like to see the stat line after the game. See if he's actually doing anything.
See.
The logic with a steal going out towards the spawn side might not see the assassin, but wall climbs out of the way. Rico's putting on a lot of damage and manages to take him out with Sam in assistance.
Meanwhile, Mario was out and got frenzied. 2 backup steals by both teams. Moist Mayonnaise goes down to the assassin, big assassin. And Rain, heavy, got death tagged and go down to the ninja.
Does leave 93 with another clean backup steal. Has recovs on him, knocking him backwards. But does have some support there.
The assassin pushed up to support.
Should get the medic here. Oh, just too much damage too quickly. Couldn't pond in time, unfortunate. I have felt that many of the occasion recently, and it's definitely not a fun moment trying to pot and still going down. 2 chems in the flag rooms for the rejects, but Slurp manages to solo one and the pyro takes out the other. So yeah, definitely seeing an intensity pickup. Still 15 minutes left, so not still plenty of time for them to catch up here.
Push it from Chactation.
Ooh, that's spot back. Right into damage.
I got the sponge here, but gets the sponge. But
Ooh, but the medic restored. He got the restore.
He gets smoked though by Wintergreen.
But he has support now.
Get the support. And the defense is pushing up now to support Shaq. As Recap tries to get him, but dies to his own pearl. Balloon with a steal here, but doesn't get out, and Shaq with the capture here, and Mister gets the steal, but also dies. And Rejects right now are in trouble. They're 1 cap away from elimination. So
yeah, I think it definitely is a testament to the Midnight Snacks defense here, being able to hold off some decent offensive pushes, I think, from the rejects. But yeah, looking alright.
According to Rejected, they don't have the best roster. I'd have to look at the roster. Let me look at the roster.
that's true, Tom. Actually, Tom Rejected told me that. Yeah, he also told me that he was busy with getting subs and whatnot. So they don't have the roster they originally planned going with. Sparkle just comes in. I need to with the flag too, by the way. Try and get the sponge, I'd say, but gets killed by enemy Sam.
Yeah, that was really nice. 2008 was in the flag room as Ninja and distracted the whole team. They all looked to his pearl, trying to make sure that he couldn't ninja cap, and 93 just walked in and took a nice steal.
Okay, about the thing looking here. They do have the top 3. They have Recubs participated in Winter Ring. They have Spartan. They're missing Danny, the ninja. They have Bloomously, Epiclin. They don't have the Uganskis. They don't have Magnificent. They don't have Slingy, 4Web, and Red Boo, but those are the bottom 3. So the ones that they are Danny, Uganskis, and Magnificent. That's the big impact.
I think they were originally trying to get Magnificent / Fridge in here, but weren't able to.
Yeah, I think there's definitely our big defensive outs, and Yugi does have some nice flex onto offense. So Yeah, I can understand that might be a bit frustrating not having those players here.
Boo and Slingy both also good off his places. Epsilon gets the flag here. He has a lot of support with him. And he's trying to get out. Does get out, but he might go down here. Still alive.
CDSF.
Gets to him.
Oh,
Still alive. I think he gets the restart. Gets the restart, yeah. And now he's taking the sponge.
no, he didn't get the 0 sticks.
Pyro right behind Epsilon with 2 ninjas, and he gets frenzied. Still alive. But goes down to Flirt. And very good push there from the rejects. Meanwhile, 93 has the flag here.
Anticipated gonna get a backup steal, but gonna run right into the Pyro. Does avoid the frenzy, but now he's in trouble.
93 does go down.
That's the medic.
Look at that far. Rain gets the backup steal. He's as Rain is ninja. Passes it on to a medic. Very interesting choice here from Midnight Snacks, as we might see our first stalemate of the match. Yeah, we're stalemates, man. They're very fun.
This is not a position the rejects want to be in. They want to end this stalemate as quickly as they can.
Yeah, 10 minutes
they
left.
still need to get 2 caps after this one, even if they win. Ooh,
After 2, they
might be. That's it to Pyro?
I think it was an accident.
Oops.
If I had to guess. I think could pass him now. There's no ninja, but of course they don't know that. So
The name is Sam is here as assassin. Does get bodied by a bunch of people.
It's one of the scariest things about pulling as pyros or assassins. Anticipated drops it and passes it to Spartan.
Like me. Beautiful skid in my opinion.
Mike passes it to Rain.
That's a heavy.
It's a heavy.
So, out of danger for now.
So right now we have a all DF stalemate battle here between Rain and Spartan 33. They're both heavies too. Pressure coming from the Midnight Snacks on Spartan.
Yeah, I guess the expectation for recovery here is probably going to be a scout swap to Pyro. It's the most likely play. It's going to be really difficult to bulk out a heavy in such a tight flag room.
Something I did ask. That's a Rugusly?
I'm not sure if I see this stalemate breaking. I think benefits the Midnight Snacks just to hold it.
Yeah. Speaking of the Midnight Snacks, I was talking to Food Corp for the match, as y'all know, and he said about stalemates. I think for the most part it's been well. I think we lack with comms. Our recov usually consists of players who don't really speak. I believe Link, who's not in the match, and 93, who is in the match, have gotten a majority of our recovs or made big plays. And them not being able to speak is a big disadvantage. So
Yeah, well, I have the rosters open here so I can look at who Food Court's missing too. It's missing AP Literature. It's missing Link.
Yeah.
He's missing Shoki. And he's missing Ant and Sloppy Slapster. And
so far it's been okay because they're in a very comfortable position right now. As long as they can hold it out and defend rank for as long as they can.
yeah, they don't necessarily need a mage here. Especially not on these 2 maps. Very bulk heavy.
Yeah, I can imagine for semi-finals, if they do manage to get there, if the rejects don't pull off an incredible comeback, they will want AP Lit to be around. But yeah, this match hasn't really needed a mage, I don't think. Did see Mario ask that he gets Scout and recovers Pyro just for the recovery, so could be interesting to see. Obviously wanting to get onto their main role, well, not their main roles, but onto their main recovery roles to try secure this for the rejects. Interesting to see if they would actually do that.
Pressure here from Logic, who's a heavy, but he's all alone. He's going to go down here. Didn't get many hits off the spark. I'm gonna go watch right now.
You
Rain
know what
just-
the first map is going to be for the semifinals?
It's gonna be Pagodas.
Ooh, that's very
Think-
road tricky. That's very different from Valley Room for sure.
For sure, yeah. One's bulk heavy, one's a roam heavy.
That was almost too much time with Dave there, Pesto. Pagadus.
Yep.
Yeah, 5 minutes 40 on the clock. Yeah, as Tom's saying, they need to send a lot of recovery. They are supporting Spark pretty well. You got at least an assassin and a necro, and medic holding, and I think a heavy roaming. So everyone else should be on recovery.
Yeah. I think the rejects actually have more support than Midnight Snacks, which is kind of weird because it should be the other way around, I'd say.
Mario does get the death tag in, dropped Rain down to 4 hearts, but does get healed off anyway.
And the revival tag. Though the revival tag doesn't really matter usually for the carrier.
Interesting to note, if the Midnight Snacks win this game here, they will be the only team in the quarterfinals to have upset a higher ranked opponent. Otherwise, all the higher ranked opponents beat the lower ranked opponents.
Yeah, only upset.
Yeah, I blame the committee. But
I think all of us here do actually. Think about it. Blame me.
looks like there might be a pirate in for the rejects. He's in the flag room, needs to get past the other pirate and both go down. Meanwhile, Rain is death tag.
The rejects. Rain is death tag. It's not the restore yet, but I think now that just Epsilon's contained and he's gonna go down right here. I'd like to see a committee chain in the stream chat right now. Right about now.
Yeah, I am liking the amount of pressure from the rejects going onto offense.
They're about to have a
But-
push here. Winter Green is chemist, which I think is very interesting. I've never seen her play. I mean, although it is a stalemate, I've never seen her play any offensive classes. Pressure does come in here for Rain. Does not get death tag, thankfully, for the Midnight Snacks. Pyro's there, but he goes down.
Yeah, I think it was smart for Rain to just run away.
Barton's been pushed out. Been pushed up top.
Here.
Quadruple bulk. But a lot of the people there to support.
I was wondering that, as I didn't see a lot of Midnight Snacks recovery attempts, but if they do keep pushing, then the rejects don't have much of a choice but to support the spot. So
Yeah, that probably wasted an extra 30 seconds off the clock.
And now we have like 2.5 minutes left now, and Rejects have to be really worried right now and nervous because they gotta A, win the stalemate, and B, get another cap after this. So just for a tie. And to push it to overtime. I meant, sorry, my bad.
yeah, it's definitely getting down to the depths of it here. If they don't get it within the next minute, then you're probably not going to see it happen.
Very unlikely here. No, I'm very surprised. I think what I'm most surprised about is that this game hasn't really been closed, at least on the scoreline. It hasn't.
Big strategy there by 90. By 93, Spartan has been running up, and that leaves him vulnerable to either a headshot low quick spot. But nothing.
Jack's in the flag room, but they don't see him. He's on the other side of the wall here. I think he's ready for it. Sure.
Let's kill him. Oh, I see.
Pressure comes here from Jack. But another comes, another heavy coming in.
Oh, the medic went down. Spartan's all alone. This could be rough. I'm gonna get the restart by the medic.
Yeah, Raid went down to 0 stakes, and then Mario and the name and Sam attempted a scout to an assassin swap, but didn't come through and is still secure.
For sure. And it seems like Mensax are going to pull out a win here. There's 35 seconds left. I don't see the Rejects win the stalemate and then getting a second cap in that time span. As it seems like the Rejects are kind of already saying GG.
Yeah, I guess in all reality, there's not much hope of actually managing to get both of the captures in time. Unfortunate for them. Was very well played by the Midnight Snacks throughout.
Very sad ending for the Rejects here. I mean, at least it didn't end off of the committee making terrible decisions. But you know what? That's but you know, I'm not exactly surprised by the fact that the Midnight Snacks won. Just more surprised that the Midnight Snacks won in the fashion that they did.
Yeah, 2-0, 2-0. Pretty dominant.
Dominant. So now we move on to player of the game here. Seems like a lot of people in the chat are saying 93, and I actually probably agree with them. 93 did have a big influence in this game for the Midnight Snacks' offense. But what do you guys think?
Well, Mike is threatening to kick us if we don't give him MVP. So I think there might be a bit of bias there, but I think him and Pig3 were doing quite a lot on defense. And definitely stopping the Rejects from really getting any opportunities until the very end. Yeah, sorry, Mike, but I'm not too threatened, TBH.
Yeah. But yeah, if we're being serious, I think 93 deserves it. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
He was really good on offense.
Yeah, I think a good shout out to their whole offense. I mean, Rain did get a really nice solo capture in there, but did have 93 taking a lot of those other captures. And I mean, they worked well together. Obviously, Food Court a bit of a trouble sometimes, not seeing where the carry is going. But you know, I think 93 is a good option for MVP.
And I think that'll be our pick. 93.
Yeah, that sounds good. So 93 for player of the game. The Midnight Snacks go on to face Chewy Force in next week's semi-finals, and on the other side of things will be Boys Locker Room versus Good Vibes. So it should be a really interesting week for the semi-finals. We hope to see you there as well. Thank you, Pi and Pesto, for joining me in commentary. You've been beautiful. And Chewy and Tom D53 for streamers. Awesome job all around. Thanks for the stream chat, and hopefully you guys enjoyed. And we should see you in the next one.